Hello everyone, welcome back. I just wanted to share my thoughts on the real estate side regarding home showings. Obviously, we as professionals are trying to figure out how do we conduct business in a way where it's still safe at the end of the day for our clients, and still be able to conduct business and be able to provide for our families. But here are my thoughts, and I've been trying to figure out what the best way and the best course of action. I know that the California Association of Realtors recently passed a document stating that real estate was an essential industry. And as much as we want to feel a little bit more special, just like nurses, doctors, and those amazing superheroes that are still being open so that we can have the essentials to survive however long this may last. There's no way that we can conduct real estate business and pretend that we can show properties the way we were doing it in October, November, December now. I know that the California Association of Realtors mentioned that we can still conduct business if we take the necessary precautions. Well, what are the necessary precautions? Wearing gloves, wearing a mask, not touching the doorknobs, maybe wearing a suit. But at the end of the day, even a vacant house is not being decontaminated. It's not being sprayed. It's not being cleaned. It's not being disinfected on a regular basis. So we as professionals could potentially put a document, an addendum, a waiver in having our clients sign it. But at the end of the day, we don't know who's been at that house. We don't know if the sellers, before they moved out, or if it's owner occupied, if they're carrying the virus and they don't even know. They don't even know. We go in as the buyer's agent. My buyers go look at the property and they fall in love with it. We put an offer. Next thing you know, they're beginning to show some symptoms. Now what? The seller didn't know that they were carrying the virus. You have 30, 40 agents that brought their buyers. They don't even know that the seller got infected or they're carrying the virus. What now? What if our buyers have the virus, they don't even know they have it, and now they're potentially exposing that virus to their kids, their loved ones, family, and those individuals test positive, and God forbid, they end up passing away. What then? What happens to that addendum or that waiver that we had our immediate client sign? Because they may sign a waiver, and I'm not saying that the Vega team or my company is going to go ahead and do that. We may not. I don't know. We're still trying to figure out how do we not get around it, because it's not about getting around it. It's about being safe first and foremost. I want to be able to come home to my loved ones and not get them sick, not get them exposed to anything whatsoever. And we certainly don't want to get our realtors, our agents sick. We don't want to get our clients sick. But God forbid something happens where a client gets infected because they didn't know that the sellers that live in the house or that used to live in that vacant house tested positive. The sellers don't even know. And now our clients are infecting others, and somebody ends up passing away because of that. There's going to be a lot of lawsuits. So the goal is to conduct business in an ethical, professional manner, and always putting the client's needs first. So a waiver is not going to be the solution. I don't think covering the sun with one finger, as they say in Spanish, is the solution. We're not trying to put a Band-Aid on a torn ACL and expect that it's going to go away. An addendum is not going to solve anything. My thing is making sure that my agents and other real estate professionals out there that are trying to figure out how the heck are they going to stay in business until this passes. This is something that it's uncertain. We don't know if it's going to last a month or 2 or 3 or till the end of the year. We don't know. And I would hate for somebody to show a property and that buyer becomes infected, tests positive. Now they're infecting other people, and somebody ends up passing away because families are going to start retaining attorneys, and they're going to go back and start connecting the dots and say, well, what exactly did you do? Well, you know what? I've been in the middle of an escrow, and I've been buying property, and I've been looking at properties. My agent, my realtor reassured me that everything would be okay if we wear gloves and a mask and a suit and don't touch the doorknobs. And they reassured me via an addendum, via email, via text, over the phone, and their broker said, you guys are good to go. We don't know that. We don't know who's been in that house that's already been infected, and they don't even know. So as much as I would love to tell my agents, hey, let's go out there and open 20 escrows this week and go show properties and we'll worry about that issue later, I can't have that. I owe it to my agents, to our clients, to my agents' families, and my own to stay alive. What good will it do cutting a commission check to an agent and give it to their spouse because my agent passed away? I would feel beyond horrible. I don't think I could continue in this industry knowing that I could have done something about it and I went the wrong way and thought about this. I've never, from the day that I got licensed, have put a paycheck over my client's best interest, or now as a broker owner, my agent's well-being, their health. They're my extended family, so I got to look out for them. So I hope that all of you that watch this video really think about how are we tweaking and adjusting the way we do business. Because yeah, we can do everything remotely and through Zoom. We can write offers subject to interior inspection. That's all amazing. But eventually, the buyers are going to have to look at the property before they remove contingencies so that their deposit is not on the line. What happens then when they go look at that property that's vacant and somebody's been there, infected, 20, 30 realtors show that beautiful property, times 2 buyers. Now you have a bunch of people that could have been infected, and now your buyer just got exposed because we reassured them that they would be okay. So just think about it for a minute. I love you all, and thank you for tuning in.